2K Sports. And Tim, on paper, this is a bit of a lopsided matchup, but nothing is a given in this league.
Yeah, B.A., that's for sure. The margin for error very slim in this league, and really all we're talking about on a given night is a different guy heating up to make this game much more competitive.
Here are the five for Philadelphia. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Then there's Paul George. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Barlow in at the 4 slot. And he gets it back. And Washington with possession. Left side, Coulibaly. Pass to Riley. Here's Young. Sarr with a screen on Maxey. Young from long range. Paul George pulls down the board. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And here's Embiid. The 3 from Edgecombe. Another shot. And that's off the glass and in.
Well, not the start they were looking for, but they finally got their first field goal.
To the inside. Here's Riley. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now here's Maxey. 23 points his last outing. Count that bucket.
Well, that is some impressive body control right there on display by Maxey.
Washington has gone 0 for 2 from outside. How about the motor of Tyrese Maxey, Tim? He just does not quit ever.
He's one of those guys who tracks the most miles run during games. Maxey probably wears out his shoes faster than anyone. Sharp turns, hard cuts. He's always on the move.
Now here's Johnson. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. And there's a 3-second violation.
That's a 3-second.
And how about we check the numbers for him?
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the 3-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
Grimes, he's checked in for Barlow. Here's Edgecombe. A valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. Maxey. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
I love that shot right there. Maxey's showing you he's got one of the best floaters in the entire league.
Pass to Sarr. Back to Johnson. Good work there as it goes.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Brian Hughes. I asked, what do you do about Tyrese Maxey, a guy who can spark plays out of thin air? Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, I'm trying to keep someone in front of him all night. I don't want Maxey seeing the shots he wants or the passing lanes he's looking for. It's a tough assignment, but Coach says he's got the right guys for the job. Back to you.
Allie, thank you. Here's George, following the bucket by the Wizards. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Tim, these recent injuries robbing Embiid in prime years. 7 straight All-Star appearances up to 2025.
Yeah, B.A., for a player his size that moves as quickly as he does, it seems like it put a tremendous amount of strain on those lower extremities. It's a common theme in this league.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And teams built to win now don't always have the young pieces that Philly does, Legs.
Yeah, B.A., particularly in their backcourt. Nice drafting and great trades have given them an abundance of talent.
Vukcevic, he's checked in for Washington. Champagnie comes in for Coulibaly. He does not get the second one. Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Pass to Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Washington. Substitution on the court.
Washington trailing. Outside Carrington. Pass to Vukcevic. Over Embiid. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Sixers ahead. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what's your take on the Sixers so far?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
They clearly wanted to be the more physical team, and they are setting the tone that way. I love the work.
They've got Hardy. He's out there with Carlton Carrington. And it's Gill in at the 4. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. And Philadelphia making a change here. Payne's checked in.
Number 20, Cameron Payne.
Here's Carrington out to the right wing. Washington moving the ball around. This shot by Hardy, no good. The Sixers leading. Now here's Payne. Outside Oubre. Three-pointer. Sends it home from three-point land. Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But Grant, that can leave a team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
The Sixers lead by 5. Pass to Payne. Outside Grimes. Right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Embiid passes to Grimes. Shoots over Hardy. Grimes' shot is off.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Here's Hardy. No points so far. Misses from the corner. And Tim, you played your longest stretch with this Washington franchise. How hungry are these fans for sustained success?
Yeah, there's been some lean years and unfortunately only one banner. Going back to 1978, they are committed to a rebuild in hopes of better times ahead.
Now here's Carrington. Three-pointer. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. Philadelphia has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Outside Payne, lets it fly, gets a hand on it, controls the rebound and the putback. Embiid's got 5.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Cleveland ends up going with a new group. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Bonus checked in for Embiid. George comes in for Oubre. Edgecombe, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Maxey in for Payne. .133 left to play in the half. Outside Johnson. Pass to Riley. Now Johnson. To end the drought. Washington again can't hit.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
And at his peak, Paul George averaged 7 free throw attempts per game. Tim, that number's seen a precipitous decline.
Well, in particular, the last few seasons, and I think with his injury concerns, BA, you understand him being less inclined to hunt contact.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. The rebound by Riley.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
Outside Johnson. Pulls it in from the elbow. Rebound by Philadelphia. 16 seconds left in the second quarter. Maxey feeling it out a bit. The three is up. That shot off the mark. And so it's Philadelphia closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks a lot. Well, Coach Nurse, seems like your defensive execution has been pretty sound. What are you seeing from your team?
Really solid, right? Not very many mistakes. We're helping where we're supposed to help. We're sending guys the right direction. Pretty solid.
Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
A look here now at the 76ers. They're right around where we expected them to be at this point. Nothing to be ashamed of. They've had some great wins. And now they know exactly what they need to work on to become contenders next year.
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the 76ers.
One big reason they're up, they're controlling the glass, both boxing out and crashing in.
Yeah, you could tell rebounding was a point of emphasis for them coming into this game.
Thanks as always for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Boy, you look at Joel Embiid. He's playing really well right now.
He's been a real difference maker today in terms of reeling in offensive boards.
Well, it's demoralizing for the opponent. Those second chance opportunities really energize your team.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's George. And it's Barlow in at the power forward. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. So it's Philadelphia now, following the three-pointer by Washington. Maxey against Young. Fires from the wing. Maxey, that's good. Maxey's got 9. After seeing a franchise player like Luka Doncic traded, You think there's anyone who is truly untouchable now, Tim?
Well, I tell you what, that trade, BA, made me realize nobody in this league is immovable. You just don't know what the future holds, and I think fewer guys will stay with one team their entire careers.
That was a shocker for sure. So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. He's checked in for the Sixers. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Fourth, the Sixers.
Over the last few weeks, they've been high-flying, getting up and down the court with conviction.
90 seconds into the second half now. George for three. It's rebounded by Washington. In a lot of ways, Paul George has been the prototype of the modern swingman, Grant.
Yeah, 6'8", and with his versatile skill set, plug and play on any team. But health has been a challenge as of late. Now in his mid-30s, can he maintain that elite level?
Here's Maxey. After the basket by Washington. The three ball. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
And here's Young. Give him 8. Outside Johnson. It's rebounded by Edgecombe. Philadelphia leading by 7. Pass to Maxey. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Washington has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Johnson passes to Sarr. Now Young fires the three. No good there. Here's Edgecombe.
Blocked! And as Sarr gets older, he'll learn how to use his length even more.
5 to shoot. Here's Maxey. Sarr pulls it in. 2 for 1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great play to end the quarter.
Outside Coulibaly. And a deep three from Young. And another miss by Washington. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. The Sixers with another miss. Wizards trail by 7. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Sarr. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see from Sarr. Owning the glass and then finishing the play.
George outside. Off target from three-point range. What a performance for Tyrese Maxey. He has been the story for Philadelphia. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Carlton Carrington out there with Trae Young, and it's Vucevic in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Gill, pass to Young. And Lowry with the defensive effort. The Sixers lead by 5. To the middle. To the paint. Here's Oubre. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
And Young has got the ball here for the Washington Wizards. Trey quick on the take. Pass to Gill. Back to Young. Fires the 3. Oh, it misses. The Sixers lead by 7. Here's Oubre. Banks it home. Big shot.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Making substitutions here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, while Brian Keefe was just reviewing the plan with his team, he questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen on, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Edgecombe. Now Embiid. Stolen by Sarr. It's a one-on-one situation, and he gets it from 15.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Now here's Maxey. 1:52 left in the game. Good for 2.
And you've seen Maxey elevate his game every single year. He has now turned into one of the game's premier scorers.
Young with it. Maxey covering. George is there for the rebound. Maxey against Coulibaly. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
2 shots. Timeout on the floor. 76ers timeout.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
Yeah, this has been an interesting maturation from Tyrese Maxey. Really, all that untapped potential early on, but he has turned into an elite player in this league.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
Now here's Johnson. A minute 15 left to play in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Embiid there for the rebound.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the 76ers.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they've made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that any time momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
After coming away with this W, this will give them 42 wins on the year.
They have proven to simply be the better team of the two, winning all 4 games in this season series.
And what a huge performance it was for Tyrese Maxey.
Well, he had a lot of success making plays for his team and breaking down the defense.
George fires! Maxey. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Paul, this team seems to be rounding into shape. What is your sense of the chemistry right now?
Really good, real beneficial. It's great that we was able to pick this one up. That's what it's about. We don't care if it's a blowout or if it's a close one. We need to learn how to do both. So it's great. We were able to pick this up. Good quality team win.
Good luck on continuing to build that chemistry.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And let's reveal our player of the game, Tyrese Maxey.